Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Kohli, for joining us on the broadcast and providing us with that valuable insight. We are turning our attention now towards some other news that's coming in. After US President Donald Trump, China has now claimed credit for mediating peace between India and Pakistan during the military conflict earlier this year. Despite New Delhi's pushback, which has repeatedly rejected any third-party mediation like Trump, the Chinese foreign minister also projected Beijing as a peace negotiator for other global conflicts, including tensions in Northern Myanmar between Cambodia and Thailand and the Iranian nuclear issue. In fact, the Chinese foreign minister said, and I quote, "Following this, the Chinese approach to settling hotspot issues we mediated in Northern Myanmar, the Iranian nuclear issues, the tensions between Pakistan and India, the issues between Palestine and Israel, and the recent conflict between Cambodia and Thailand." New Delhi has maintained that the military conflict between India and Pakistan, which started on May 7th, was resolved through direct talks between the DGMOs of the armies of the two countries. In fact, that's the latest that we are getting for you on this front. And joining us on the broadcast is Ambassador KP Fabian, former diplomat. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast. A very good morning to you. We appreciate your time. Ambassador, if I can come to you and understand why China is now coming into this debate, because we obviously had US President Donald Trump saying this 7 to 8 times earlier that he has, in fact mediated between India and Pakistan and resolved that conflict. Now we have China also stepping in. The foreign minister is saying that China has, been able to mediate between Pakistan and India and resolve the military conflict over there.
Thank you. The Chinese foreign minister was giving his end of the year speech on the international situation and China. And he listed not only India-Pakistan air war, he listed also Israel-Palestine, he listed Cambodia, Thailand, he listed Northern Myanmar, where China intervened in the manner in which you have stated. Now, all that I would say is that this is rather strange, because we know that, and our Deputy Chief of Staff of the Army, Lieutenant General Rahul R. Singh, has told us, and others too, that China actively assisted Pakistan militarily during the 4-day air war. So for China to make this claim is rather strange. And coming to other claims listed by China, namely Palestine, Israel, well, I doubt, though I do not know, I doubt whether either Hamas or Israel would have bothered to speak to China when they were conducting delicate negotiations with the United States. So all that I would say, this has to be taken with a pinch of Chinese salt or Indian salt. You have the choice. But let me make the last point. A famous French philosopher, de La Foucault, he said that imitation is the sincerest flattery. In other words, China is flattering President Trump by taking a leaf from his book.
Ambassador, if I can, since you've said, and my next question was regarding why China wants to jump into this entire controversy. And as we know, Indian side, we have kept, maintaining our stance since day one that the entire conflict was resolved only because the two DGMOs actually spoke on the phone call and then decided that, there should be a ceasefire. These two countries, the US and China, they were never involved. Now both of them are making such bizarre claims, sir.
Well, let me make one point clear. I could be wrong, but I think it is generally known that when you see India destroyed the terrorist infrastructure on day one, and Pakistan could have sort of, okay, that is the terrorist infrastructure. No harm was done to Pakistan's military installations. But instead, Pakistan later decided to hit back, and then India hit back harder. And at that point, Pakistan turned to Trump and said, "Uncle, now what should I do now?" And the uncle said, "You go and ask for a ceasefire," which Pakistan did. So President Trump did play a role in pushing Pakistan towards asking for a ceasefire. That it seems some people in India do not want to recognize.
All right. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for joining us on the broadcast and providing us with that